The Power of Now. Introduction. The Key to Happiness. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a spiritual guide that teaches the importance of living in the present moment. According to Tolle, most people are trapped in their minds, constantly dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. This creates unnecessary suffering. True peace and fulfillment can only be found in the now, the present moment. Point 2. You are not your mind. Most of us live in an endless cycle of thoughts, often negative or repetitive. Tolle explains that our mind, which we assume is our identity, is actually an obstacle to true happiness. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that observes them. How to separate from the mind. Practice observing your thoughts. Don't fight or suppress thoughts. Just watch them without judgment. Meditation and mindfulness. These practices help quiet the mind and bring awareness to the present. Realize the mind's tricks. The mind often clings to problems because it thrives on identification with suffering. 2. The illusion of time. Time is a mental construct. We often live in the past, regretting, reminiscing, or in the future, worrying, hoping. But these are just mental projections. The past is gone, and the future hasn't arrived. The only real moment is now. Worrying about the future creates anxiety. Dwelling on the past causes regret and resentment. Focusing on the present frees you from both and leads to peace. How to stay in the now. When you catch yourself worrying, ask, "Am I okay right now?" Use your senses, sight, sound, touch, to anchor yourself in the present. Focus on one thing at a time instead of multitasking mentally. 3. The ego and the pain body. What is the ego? The ego is your false self, the identity you create based on your thoughts, labels, and past experiences. It thrives on comparison, attachment, and dissatisfaction. The ego constantly seeks external validation and fears losing its sense of identity. What is the pain body? The pain body is the emotional baggage from past suffering. It feeds on negativity and manifests as anger, sadness, anxiety, or emotional reactions. How to overcome them? Observe the ego and pain body without reacting. Awareness weakens them. Stop identifying with pain. Don't let suffering define you. Let go of the need to be right. The ego loves conflict. True peace comes from surrendering the need to prove yourself. The power of presence. What does it mean to be present? Being present means fully engaging with the current moment without mental distractions. You're not thinking about the past or future. You are just here, now. Practical ways to cultivate presence. Mindful breathing. Focus on your breath to stay centered. Body awareness. Feel the energy in your hands, feet, and entire body. Conscious listening. Listen without formulating responses in your head. 5. Acceptance and surrender. Why resistance creates suffering. When we resist reality, we suffer. If something unpleasant happens, we often react with anger, frustration, or denial. But these reactions don't change the situation. They only increase our suffering. What does surrender mean? Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting the present moment as it is. When you accept reality instead of fighting it, you find inner peace. How to practice acceptance. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I respond wisely to this?" Trust that every moment is unfolding as it should. Let go of resistance and allow life to flow naturally. 6. Relationships and the present moment. Many relationships are built on ego, attachment, or past wounds. This leads to conflict, control, and suffering. To build healthy relationships, we must practice presence. How to apply presence in relationships. Don't seek happiness in another person. True happiness comes from within. Observe your emotional reactions. Are they based on past pain? Listen fully. Be present when interacting with others, rather than thinking of what to say next. 7. Enlightenment and inner peace. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment isn't something to achieve. It's realizing what has always been true. You are already whole and complete in the present moment. How to experience inner peace? Stop identifying with thoughts. Recognize that you are not your mind. Embrace stillness. Silence and space are where wisdom arises. Be in the now. Make the present moment your friend, not an obstacle. Conclusion: living in the now isn't just a spiritual concept. It's a practical approach to life. By shifting focus from the past and future to the present moment, you experience less stress, more clarity, and true happiness. Final takeaways. 1. Observe your thoughts. 2. Let go of time-based thinking. The past and future are mental illusions. 3. Detach from the ego and pain body. They thrive on suffering. 4. Practice presence. Use breathing, body awareness, and mindful listening. 5. Accept what is. Surrendering to the present brings peace.